My name is Josh Boutwood. I'm the corporate executive chef of the Bistro Group and chef owner of Savage and Helm. And I'd like to be remembered not by me myself, but through my team and how far they grow in the future. Growing up, I didn't want to be a chef. I grew up in a family business where both my father and my mother had restaurants and hotels, and it kind of scares you a little bit to see how much they work. So I decided that I wanted to be an architect. Then I realized that I had to be very good at maths to take on that career. So I decided I wasn't very good at maths, so I didn't do that. And then I wanted to be a pilot. Same thing happens, you have to be very good at maths. Didn't know what to do, and slowly started involving myself in my mother's kitchens, and the epiphany happened when I suddenly became addicted to this stress and pressure that I saw in kitchens, and I felt like, every day is absolutely different, and that's kind of what I got excited about. So I enrolled into culinary school, but I only lasted about 2 months because one, I didn't like learning out of a book, and two, I had worked in my mum's kitchens since I was very young and felt no need that I had to learn from a book. I left school, which was in Spain, and embarked on this journey of working in restaurants throughout the world. I ended up in the UK, in Oxford, in Le Manoir Catsasson, where I did an apprenticeship there. I was very young, I just turned 16, so lived on my own and worked in this very classical French cuisine kitchen. And from there, I just kept on going to different restaurants in different countries, Spain, the UK, Sweden, Denmark, until finally I reached back home in the Philippines and set up shop in 2010. My father being Filipino, based here in the Philippines, my mum being English, based in Spain and the UK. I felt the need, as growing up with my mum, that I had to get in touch with my father's land. When my daughter was born, she was 1 year old, my partner and I decided we're going to pack up and move to the Philippines to get in touch with what I didn't know much about, but essentially should be my home. And I arrived in this country with just a suitcase. I had a lot of ambitions, a lot of drive to get to where I wanted to be. And now I head one of the largest casual dining restaurants in the Philippines. And I also own 3 restaurants in the process, and that is in a span of only 8 years. From when I opened my first restaurant in Boracay, we did this whole brand new cuisine, and it was too early for its time, to be honest, in Boracay. This was in 2010. But people saw the possibilities that we could do with ingredients that we had available in the Philippines. And with that, the Bistro Group was able to notice me. They invited me up to Manila. They gave me a phenomenal break in taking care of the restaurants that we have here. And every single day, continuously driving, continuously pushing to get somewhere. And it was only until like 2015 that I was able to really say, I'm going to open a restaurant here in Manila. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to use what I've learned in these past 5 years that I've been in the Philippines, the knowledge that I gained on the ingredients that we have, the traditional recipes, and do something completely different. Since that moment on, I was able to express myself in a culinary way that nobody had ever seen before. I wanted to look at the Philippine ingredients and look at how many possibilities there are to develop a certain dish out of the pristine ingredients that we have here in the Philippines. And ever since then, that's always been my mantra, is making sure the ingredient is number 1, the process is 2, and 3 is the delivery to the guest, whether it be in terms of its plating, in terms of its service style, to encompass that whole experience of dining in one of my restaurants. And I think that's what sets us different from everyone else, is that we are in the business of making memories. We're not in the business of giving sustenance. The best thing about what we do is delivering experiences to our customers. No matter what restaurant they may visit, there is always this fulfillment as a cook. When they eat your food, they're able to have this moment of bliss while tasting it. And you can see this in their facial expressions. That would be the most fulfilling thing. And for them to leave with a memory that they experienced their dinner with us, and that memory hopefully would last for a few years or longer. Yeah, it's leaving a legacy, and that's what I enjoy about doing what I do. Our goal, and I say this to all of my team members, in no matter what restaurant it may be, our goal is always going to be undefined. One thing that we have to do is to remember that we must always walk in the same direction together as a team. If we set a goal, I feel that the complacency would come towards us if we achieve it. Versus setting an undefined goal, we're able to keep driving, keep pushing, keep testing boundaries, and one day we'll reflect on this journey that we've all done together and reminisce on those moments. But as of now, we don't want to do that, we just want to keep going.